All right, welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. The Bills with a loss against the Jets. Mike Catalana. I'm Jenna Cottrell. Before we get started, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. A tough game here at MetLife Stadium as the Bills, the energy level, and Josh Allen just did not look like passing game was not that Bills passing game that we've seen.
He's off. Something is wrong. I don't know if it's physical, so I'm not starting out by making a mistake or an excuse for him. He's dealing with something with the elbow. He's been flexing the hand, all those things. He made some dumb decisions. Just like last week, it's not him. I could not believe he didn't see the defender on that first interception.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the problem was between he and Sauce when Sauce Gardner got the interception with Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
One went one way, one went the other. Normally you put that blame on the receiver because you don't think Josh would do that.
Yeah.
But the last 2 weeks, Jenna, he has just not looked like himself. The passing game, 50% passing. He was all over the map. Only 200 yards, no touchdowns. The Jets defense is good. It's not that good.
It's not that good. Josh explained, he said, he played like beep,
Bleep.
bleep.
Yeah.
He played like shit.
Begins with an S. Yeah, exactly.
He played like shit.
That's what a radical you are.
He said he played like crap. Fine.
Yeah.
And then on that second interception, he was asked about it, and he said he just had a brain fart.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird to see because we know Josh Allen, what we expect of him. And look, he was great on the ground today in terms of the run game. Like, he had those 2 nice touchdowns. But when you wanted to see that passing offense get going, it just felt like there was miscue and mistake after mistake.
Yeah. Okay, a couple of things. They got the ball, certainly, to Stephon Diggs, especially early.
Yeah.
The first pass, he burned
Yeah.
Sauce, got open, caught the ball, and then the interception after that.
Yeah.
But there was no secondary wide receiver out there. None.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis had a drop. Josh missed him a couple of times,
Yeah.
the miscommunication.
Yeah.
Isaiah McKenzie made a couple of catches.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Dawson Knox had a couple catches. But
Yeah.
you know what? You know who knows that? The defense knows that too.
Yeah.
They didn't give Allen another place to go. Either no one stepped up, the Bills couldn't get him the ball. And Jenna, in the second half, Diggs said, well, they went to more of that cover 2 that we saw last year. Ken Dorsey and the offense have to adjust to that. They're playing that cover 2. Take what's given to you, move the ball down the field. Josh Allen and the offense did not do that.
That's the thing. They didn't adjust well in this
No.
game. And you talked about that first opening drive and how, kind of surmised the game in terms of, look, the Bills offense looks like things were going well. That nice pass to Stephon Diggs and then the interception after that. And it felt like this Bills team just didn't have the juice, didn't have the energy. We've talked about it so much. It's a divisional game, how important that is, but also how the Bills, they have a target on their back. They're favored in games. They should win these games. How these are the hardest games to actually win. But today, it felt like lackluster effort.
They had to know that, right? The Jets have issues, but they were 5-3 coming into this.
Yeah.
And to them, we said it, like a Super Bowl for them.
Yep.
And now guess what?
Jets fans were hilarious.
They were going crazy, right?
Fourth quarter starts. They're obviously up by 3. And
Yeah.
a lot of fans were just like, put your 4s up. It's like, you're up by a field goal.
And they end up winning the
They
game.
won.
And
Yeah,
you know
they
what?
did.
The Jets, can't believe I'm saying this. The Jets look like the better football team today. They ran the ball well. And how this hurts to say. Zach Wilson today was the better quarterback.
That's bananas.
Josh was great running the ball. He was ineffective passing. It's not all on him,
Yeah.
obviously. I'll tell you what, he's got a lot of support in that locker room, though.
Yeah.
In the tough times, you hear guys, they're like, both Diggs and Dion said, Josh can do no wrong. Now,
Yeah.
they obviously know that he
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
but he's done so many things for them. But
Yeah.
Zach Wilson, he's got a long way to go. He took what was there.
Yeah.
He took the short passes.
Yeah.
He made plays. Not great, but he made plays. His mistake, he had 1 fumble.
Yep.
He didn't throw an interception.
Correct.
And he had a touchdown pass, albeit a short one, and the guy ran it in,
Yeah.
but he did.
Yeah.
And he didn't hurt his team. Josh Allen today, based on those mistakes, interception deep in Jets territory, interception deep in the Bills territory, and fumbled the ball,
Yeah.
took 5 sacks, just didn't feel. I said it was 17 on the uniform. It didn't look like 17.
You literally did say that, and I feel like that was the case today. And you talk about Zach Wilson playing well. I early on in the game, I'm like, wow, the Jets have some nice pieces,
Yeah.
both on offense and defense. And Garrett Wilson also.
He's good.
He is good.
Yeah.
But he was torching those Bills corners.
Yeah.
And my thing was, how concerned are you about Allen? We know the ceiling. Seems like there's been some floor action as of recently, but is this a long-term concern for you?
Well, there's a couple of things. I don't think he's 100% healthy. Again, reason, not an excuse.
Yeah.
He's not going to use that. He threw some other really good balls. Today, though, I didn't see any of the special Josh throws. Just didn't see him.
Yeah.
Missed some guys when he had a chance. I'm always a little concerned when a guy looks like this. He looked like this in Jacksonville last year and then came back and was great.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned. I'm not blaming Dorsey, but I'm a little concerned with how the offense is going. They have looked somewhat pedestrian for the talent that they have out there.
I think that's
and
fair.
It's different. Now, maybe there's still some adjustments. You know, they brought in Naeem Hines, and I think he's going to have a bigger role.
do
I'm a
too.
little surprised they didn't have a few more packages for him. I
That's
know
kinda what I
he was only
thought.
there a few days, but the guy's been around the
Yeah.
league, and it's like they needed a spark.
Yeah.
James Cook got the ball. Decent when he was in there.
Yeah.
Singletary, okay. It was nothing
Yeah.
great, but they never got it to any of the guys else. They never got it to Shakir. They
Yeah.
barely got it to Gabe Davis and Isaiah McKenzie. I think there's a little bit that goes on coaching, too. Now, some of it is to say to Josh, take what's there.
Yeah.
Take what's there. It's
Yeah.
like it seems like he can't help himself looking downfield. But when a team just goes to cover 2 and the Bills don't really adjust and do
Yeah.
nothing in the second half,
Not great.
that's not good.
No, it definitely is not.
Run defense was brutal.
Yeah. So right before we
Yeah.
jump into the defensive side of things, we were on the sidelines, the other photographers and myself, and I was like, I'm shooketh that James Cook is getting the ball as much as he was. You know what I mean? I just was like, okay, we'll see, like,
Yeah.
if the Bills use Hines more, or, you know, I just was like, I was kind of perplexed at some points, whereas I was like, you have so many playmakers, and I felt like they were like, ooh, but we can do it this way, and it's like, no. Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, I'm concerned, and this is just me, that maybe he's not as healthy as we thought. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but we know how well he can play.
We talked to him afterward. He's
Yeah.
head down.
Yeah.
Like, he does take things to himself.
Oh, yeah.
And he's made big plays.
Yeah.
I say to you all the time, I wish he was a 575 guy. 5 catches,
Yeah,
75
75,
yards,
yeah.
consistent, doing it every
Yeah.
week. He's not been that guy.
He's not.
And look, Hines can work his way into the offense. Here we are with a guy who's been there for 4 days, and we're talking like they had to have him, but they needed that sort of spark,
Yeah.
and they didn't have it in there. So there's something missing in the offense. I know a lot of you are probably right now saying, go sign OBJ today, but they could use another weapon on this offense.
They could. They certainly
Excuse
could.
me.
All right, let's talk about the Jets' offense in terms of just their run game. And there was 8 straight runs at one
Yeah.
point in this game. Like, we talked about it after the Packers game, how you're like, oh, like that popped up, but, you know, the Packers were taking a bunch of time off the clock, whatever. In this game, it was like, oh, they can't stop it.
It's this is when it's the old manhood thing. Like, they're going to run
Yes,
it, you have
yeah.
to stop it.
Yeah.
And they didn't stop it. You were tied 17-17. The Jets had the ball at their own 4-yard line and ran it down your throat. This is not Alabama against Mississippi State. This is the Jets against the
Yeah.
Bills. And they just ran it, and they ran it again, and ran it again, and they moved down the field, and the Bills couldn't stop it. And they did a very good job of coaching up Zach Wilson today.
They
Short
did.
passes,
They did.
not making mistakes, found guys open, and the Bills never really made him look like that guy.
No.
And he was better today. And the guy's got to have more confidence now. Now, they didn't open it up, but they didn't need to. And Von Miller said it, man, it's 2 games in a row. And that, to me, is that's a pattern in the NFL, 2 games in a row
Yes.
when they do that.
I feel like if you go back to other defenses, Bills defenses in recent years, it kind of has been that run defense that's been the thorn in their side. Talking about it, though, I think of the Miami loss, how you saw Josh and Tua kind of embracing after that.
Yeah.
And then after this game, Allen and Zach Wilson kind of going. And it's like Josh having to be like, hey, you played really well, buddy. Like, I just was like, that's just so weird. Like, to have these younger guys in the division, to this team being 0-2 in their AFC East games.
Yeah. Look, when Brady was Brady, now he's Brady. Josh isn't at that level. But
Yeah.
when Brady was Brady, he never let the Bills beat him.
Yeah.
He never did.
Yeah.
I mean, it just didn't happen. And here's Josh with these 2 losses. Now, the Dolphins game was a crazy one. And
The Bills lost to the Sun.
They really did in that game. But this game, I mean, come on, there's a lot of blame to go around. And I go with coaching.
Yeah.
I go with Josh Allen. I go with the other wide receivers.
Yeah.
The offensive line, Dion took that penalty late.
Yeah.
I didn't see the replay of it. A lot of people thought it was iffy because if Diggs makes that catch and it counts, it was great.
Yeah.
Got his feet in, it looked like too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a different story. But look at the division now, Jenna.
I know.
The Jets are, quote, a half a game back. The Dolphins are, quote, a half a game back in the standings, but they both have a win against the Bills.
Yeah.
So the best you can do is split with them. The best you can do now is 6-2. Well, I'm at 4-2 in the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-2 in the division. You already have 2 losses. And by the way, the Patriots are just 5-4.
I know.
Oh God, I don't need them hanging around anymore. This was a bad loss. This is worse than Jacksonville in a sense of what you're coming in for, and it's a division game, and they played like this, and something's got to change. Maybe it's getting back home a little bit. Maybe it's incorporating guys. We saw Trey White on the field. It'd be nice to get the veteran back out there and get him on the field, but no Milano, no Poyer. Like there were some reasons today that hurt the defense.
Yes.
But come on, they got to play better than this.
I agree, but at the same point, like the defense, I thought like Jordan Phillips talked after the game, the bend, do not break type of thing, and in certain spots, obviously they were broke, but at the same point, this offensive effort you saw from the Bills, and just it seemed very laissez-faire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It seemed very like, and that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I don't know.
Look at these second halves the last 2 weeks. Brutal for the offense. Look, if you look at the defense, they weren't great. They didn't take the ball away, but they gave up what, 20 points?
Yeah.
20 points.
Yeah.
The Bills' offense. You got to win that game.
Yeah.
You have to win that game. And the offense, this one is on. It's on Allen.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Dorsey. It's on the other wide receivers. It's on the offense. And ultimately, it's on Sean McDermott, too.
Yeah,
Now, look.
That's how it works,
The sky has not fallen.
Honestly, beautiful weather.
I made the reference of the swamps of Jersey. I have to get a Bruce reference in it, and it just
I didn't
goes.
know it, but
So the Jets were born to run here in Jersey. The Bills
my
were not born to stop the run.
I'm trying to think of any Bruce Springsteen song.
Dancing in the Dark. Go ahead.
Dancing in the dark. The Bills are dancing in the dark right now.
Do you like that?
I don't know.
You're not going to dance, are you?
Absolutely not.
Well, you're in the dark in Jersey.
I hate this stadium.
I don't like. It's not a great stadium. But I got to say, give Jets fans. I know they're thinking they won the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
They are loyal. They've had no reason to be loyal with this lousy organization, but they've put some talent on this, and Sauce Gardner can play.
Dude, I was impressed with Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
Again, they have some pieces.
And I had a great tweet. I was ready for
I
it until
did
Josh
too.
threw the interception. I said, Sauce got cooked by Diggs, and then Josh threw that interception. And it's, he's done that. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just a blip. Maybe we'll see. But right now it feels like more than that.
It does, but it's a week, 2 week lead.
This was a bad week. Dolphins won, Patriots won, and obviously the Jets won. It was a bad week for the Bills.
It is. We went inside the locker room. They just talked about how this is a look in the mirror type of game.
It should be.
Can assess what went wrong, what to do better, how they can improve. And again, I think that focus will be back after a loss like this because it stings. Anything else you want to talk about?
No. Hey, look, I appreciate Josh taking the heat, and he does. Hold on. Let me fix mine.
Oh, I should get the hat back.
I appreciate Josh taking the heat after they lose a game. He's got to play better.
He does.
He's got to play better.
He was super dejected, though.
Yeah.
He's
banged up, too, but we'll see. Next week, Vikings, they're a good team.
They are.
Maybe not as good as their record, but the Bills should be wide awake for that one.
Yeah.
No excuses.
Oh, yeah, certainly the case. All right, thank you for Mike. I'm Jenna. Appreciate you guys watching all the Buffalo Plus coverage that we have. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We always appreciate it. Definitely need to get my hat. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Buffalo Plus.